45 minutes. I will also tell you that the response protocols around active shooters were put into place immediately. The first deputy sheriffs and police officers that were on scene immediately entered the school to engage the shooter if they could locate that individual, and also keep these students absolutely safe. Before I'll take any brief questions, and they will be very brief, I will tell you that I will do another very detailed brief at 3 p.m., and I'm not sure of the location, but we will put out an all-media release, and I'll let you know exactly what that, where that 3 p.m. Brief will happen. Again, at 3 p.m., I will give you additional details, and I will let you know where our investigation stands. From this point, I will tell you that I will allow media trucks and media representatives to place themselves in the westbound turn lanes on Dry Creek Road, just east of University. I know that this is a confusing site right now, and in order to accommodate your needs, if you want to put your trucks and vehicles in the turn lanes westbound Dry Creek, just east of University, that's where we will set up for you to have your vehicles.
Sheriff, the bomb squad going by right now and their equipment, can you tell us what that may be and how it will be used?
I'll share that with you at 3 o'clock. At this point in time, it's a precautionary measure.
I think the suspect was a student.
We know the suspect was a student at Arapahoe High School. We have his identity, and we are currently in contact with his family.
The first student shot the completion.
One at a time. Go ahead.
The first student shot the completion of that student.
The student was transported by Littleton Fire Rescue in serious condition. Steve?
Are there deputies on duty in the school outside?
We had a PIO, and he immediately initiated the active shooter protocols on his own, and didn't wait for assistance. He immediately implemented and went after the threat.
There were reports the shooter had some sort of device on.
An injured student was found while we were clearing the school that had been locked down, and again, that individual is suffering a minor wound, and we very frankly are not sure that it's a gunshot wound.
Where in the school did the shooting take place?
Can't talk about it right now. We will at a little more detail at 3 o'clock.
Do you know how long it took to find the suspect?
It happened very quickly. The time of call on this was 12:33 p.m. today. We had information on the radio that my deputies believed they had the shooter down inside the school within about 14 minutes of the initial call of the call.
Sheriff, the other student that was hurt, how seriously injured is that student?
Again, we have one student that was transported in serious condition with a gunshot wound. I can't go into any further detail on that. We have a second student that had a wound, but again, we don't know if that was a gunshot wound or exactly what the cause of that was. I'll have that information for you at my 3 o'clock news brief.
That he wasn't acting alone, that he was acting alone?
At this point in time, we have not been able to locate a second suspect, but that's part of our ongoing investigation. That's why we are dealing with family and colleagues of the suspect to identify any other potential suspects. We will assume other suspects until we know differently, and that was certainly the focus of the deputies and police officers that entered this school to alleviate the threat.
Were any other weapons found inside?
No weapons found other than the one weapon that was used in the shooting.
Any
How many shots, sir?
We won't go into that at this point.
Any more about what the student's concern with the teacher was?
That's something that will be part of our investigation. The student identified a specific teacher at Arapahoe High School that he was interested in confronting, and that teacher was informed of this situation and exited the school quickly.
How did he name that teacher?
I won't go into that right now.
Any of the threats made to the school earlier this week?
We have had no threats. We've had no issues that we had concern with at this school this week or in the immediate past future. I'll take 2 more questions and then I'll close, please. Steve?
What's the most important message you want to get out to the parents?
The most important message right now is that we have the shooter is dead. as a result of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. So there are no other threats at this time. We have one student, sadly, that has been injured. We are trying our very best to ensure that we've immediately notified the family of that student. All of the families who have students at Arapahoe High School will be reunified with their students at the Shepherd of the Hills School, which is located on South University, directly south of Dry Creek Road. Thank you all. I will see you at 3 o'clock, and we will notify your newsrooms where we will have that briefing.